Hey, welcome back, everybody. It's been a while. I haven't made a video in a hot minute, and that's okay. I've been a little busy, but I made a video today because I got something in the mail I was a little excited about, so I thought I'd do a little unboxing video. We can go over the topic today. So I just recently bought the Secretlab Magnus Pro XL desk. This is probably one of the most talked about desk in terms of like content creation, streamers. I've been seeing it all over the place online for a while, probably for the past, I'd say about 3 years. I've been kind of saving up for it because it is kind of expensive. They did just have a Black Friday sale. I was a little disappointed about the amount that was taken off. It wasn't a whole lot, but anyways, I bought it today. So we're gonna go through the unboxing process and set it up so you guys can actually kind of see the desk, how it's built up, how it's packaged and everything. So the first thing I will say is the desk is like really heavy. I was not expecting it to be this heavy. I saw people online talk about how heavy the desk actually is. I thought they were lying, to be quite honest with you.
You're weak. You are always weak. You'll always be weak until you take control.
The desk actually came in while I was at work, and I saw it on my doorbell, and I asked my wife if she could take it inside because it was raining and she could not get it. As you can see, I mean, I could get it in. If you're not very strong, not saying that I am because I'm fairly weak, but you might need some help getting the desk inside. So I got the desk. I also got the desk riser, and I also got the Ethernet extender. Overall, the packaging for the desk, Secretlab does a really good job. This is actually the first Secretlab product that I've actually owned, and I was kind of impressed with the overall packaging. It seemed very premium. It was more like Apple, you know. They did a really good packaging, everything. The directions for the desk was very simple. The manual did a really good job, even though, come on, you don't need a manual, dude. Who uses the manual nowadays? Just wing it and we can figure it out. No, I'm joking. I actually did have to use the manual. I used the manual and I used a video as I was watching. Video was a little outdated, but it worked out. So you have the main desk that I'm unpackaging here. It's all metal. Like I said, quite heavy, probably the heaviest part. The legs are also quite heavy, but once you kind of get it laid out, it's fairly easy to set up. You do have two legs you kind of plug in. On the left side, you have two cables you need to connect. It's fairly simple. You just connect the cables, you insert the leg, and then you screw on the screws. I will say for the second leg, so I believe it's the right leg, there were still two cables in it, but it only requires one cable to connect. They add two, so you can kind of switch. I think it's the control panel you can switch. I can't remember what they were saying in the manual. I watched a video on it, but it gives you the opportunity to switch sides if you want to. So just know on one of the sides of the leg, if you're setting it up, it's just one cable connect, and for that extra cable, you're just going to tuck directly into the desk, and you're not going to use it. So the actual desk itself looks like it has it's like this matte finish. It's like super sleek. It looks really good, especially after you throw the leather pad on. But this here is the cable tray that I'm installing. You insert these bars on both sides of the desk, you screw those in, and that's actually what the cable tray is gonna connect to. This is what you're looking at now is the cable tray. I was actually really impressed with how easy this desk was. Ever since I've wanted a sit-stand desk, it just looks so complicated to set up. But they did a really good job with the instructions and just making a very simple build. Same for the feet, for the actual desk legs. You just have these little ports you line up, you click it in, you put the screws in, you tighten it down. Same for both legs, super simple.
Got your ass.
So to actually flip the desk, I did get my wife to help me flip it over. Like I said, it is heavy and I did not want to damage the desk. I Just keep, there's a foam pad that's going to cover one lip of the desk on one side that's covering up the control panel. Keep that foam pad on the panel so when you flip it over, you can kind of roll it. I would say you could probably flip it over yourself, but I was just being careful. I didn't want to ruin anything on the desk. Here, this is when I'm inserting the cable tray, the cable tray lid. It's pretty simple. You just get the cable tray lid and you slide it into both ends of the brackets that you screwed in on the left and the right side of the desk. You insert it in and then you just put some screws in to lock it in place. And then that allows the flap to open and close fairly easily. This is probably one of my favorite features of the desk. I'm a huge fan of the sit stand desk in general, but the Secretlab Magnus Pro just does an amazing job with its integrated cable management tray. With me having such a small room and so many cables everywhere, I mean, you'll even see at the end, I still have some cables above the desk, but it just eliminated 90% of the cables that I have on the desk, and it's made my life a lot less stressful. And as you can see here, I do have an Elgato Multi Mount. So the Elgato mounts do fit on the Secretlab Magnus Pro XL. I know that's a big question I've been seeing on the internet a lot. Not a lot of people know if it's going to fit. Some people have the normal Magnus Pro and do not have the XL. So if you get the XL, just know the Elgato clamps will fit on the XL. It was a little tight, so it wasn't the easiest thing to get in because the clamp you turn for the Elgato mount's pretty long. If you wanted to, you could saw off about half of it and it'll probably fit a little bit easier. I did not saw off anything. I just put it on. I twisted it. Once I got it secured, it was good to go. And this is what my camera's on right now, is the actual mount. So if you have a question on if Elgato's clamps will work on the Secretlab Magnus Pro XL, they will fit. I think that's due to the deeper tray on the XL. I do not have the normal Magnus Pro. I have the XL. I do not think they will fit on the normal one. Just from what I've been looking on Reddit and online, it doesn't look to be that way, but it does fit on this desk. If you're unsure and you don't want to buy the desk because you're not sure if your Elgato accessories will fit, they will fit. They will fit on the back. There's actually towards the front on the sides they will fit. Only about the front 25%, if you want to mount it on the sides, will fit. After that, it's not going to fit because there are cable channels that run underneath the desk to help route cables from the back to the front. So you have the back, you have the front about 25%, and then of course if you get the desk riser, which I got, you can obviously clamp those connectors to the back of the desk riser and it'll work fine.
Okay, we are cooked. Yep, we are absolutely cooked, chat. GG.
The Secretlab Magnus Pro desks are all magnetic, so it does come with a leather desk mat, and the desk mat itself is actually magnetic. And all you do is it comes in a roll. I recommend keeping the there's like a little, you know, like the little toilet paper rolls that go in the center of the toilet paper, like the cardboard rolls. That's what's in the middle of the desk mat when it's rolled up and shoved in the box. I'd recommend keeping that in there to actually assist you rolling out the desk mat. I've seen a lot of people online have issues with rolling this out, and they had a really hard time. I didn't have a hard time rolling this mat out at all. I got it the first try and it fit perfectly. The only issue I had, and mainly is because I was being stupid, is you get these little metal channels at the end, which actually clip on at the end of each side. It just magnets down. It kind of keeps it flush. It's just like this little metal piece. And I guess I'm just used to things like that, like those channels sliding in. They do not slide in. Do not try to slide it in from each end. Just line it up and you kind of push it down and clip it in. I don't know why I thought that. I think that's just, for some reason, when I work with channels like that, I guess I'm used to sliding them. But other than that, that's the only issue I had with the actual desk mat. It was fairly simple to put in, so no complaints on that. I got the all black one. I'm not a huge fan of the colors and all the logos. What I would say is, you know, I had the IKEA Carl B tabletop, the all wood, like walnut, kind of like every other YouTuber did about 2 years ago. They got the Alex drawers, they put the tabletop on top. I got the tabletop and got some legs. I'm a huge fan of the natural look. I like the wood. I just like that atmosphere and that vibe from that type of material. I don't really like all black desks, so that was another reason I was hard to bite off on spending this much money on something, and it wasn't like my go-to material. So what I wish they would do in the future, and this is kind of like a, hey, Secretlab, please do this, is these desk mats, they have so many options when it comes to video games and just different looks for your desk mat, except they don't have typical like leather looks. I really wish they had come out with like a dark leather, just a dark leather material to make it look more natural. Like think of something like a man cave or like a cigar lounge, like that, leather chairs, you know, guys just kind of hanging out, like that type of, it's like a warm vibe, you know, darker lit rooms, stuff like that, just to make it look a bit more natural. If they do that, I would 100% buy that immediately. I'm just not the biggest fan of the all black, but if you are, that's great, and it'll work for you. So here I'm just testing if my monitor arms will actually fit, because I did not buy the Magnus Pro monitor arms that Secretlab sells, and they do fit. I don't really know which monitor arms these are. I got them off the Facebook Marketplace, so just know if you have monitor arms, there's a good chance that they'll fit into the desk, and you won't need to buy the Magnus Pro monitor arms. I'm gonna wait to buy those until I upgrade my monitor and get like a heavier monitor. So one of the attachments I got was the Ethernet extension bar. This is one of the most simplest things that they own. I'm actually super impressed about how cool this thing is. It's literally just this adjustable bar that magnets to the back of the leg. You can put it on either side of your desk leg. It's not meant to be stuck on one side or the other. It can go on both left leg and right leg, and it just goes up and down with the desk. I don't know how long this thing's gonna last. I don't know if it's gonna break over time. If it does, I can let you guys know in another video, but I really like this. Super simple. You just throw, you know, one set of Ethernet cables inside the tray, hook it to your PC, connect it to the top, and then you connect the other Ethernet cable to your modem, and you connect it to the bottom leg. Super simple. The second attachment I got was the desk riser. I opted out for the RGB lights. I was a little tight on money because it's pretty expensive. And I can get those lights later. So I did get the desk riser. This was also super simple to set up. You know, you just connect the legs to it, you clamp it in. I really like how you tighten everything from the top. That makes it super easy. And they did a really good job at engineering that, just being able to tighten everything that they have from the back tray that's attaching to it, including the monitor arms. It looks like they all have those tightening down from the top. So yeah, Secretlab's Magnus Pro XL. So far, I've had the desk for about a week. The desk has been amazing. I've loved it. I've actually used the sit stand function way more than I thought I would. I do not regret my purchase right now. I think it's a great desk. You know, whether or not you're willing to spend that much money on the desk, I don't know. But my thing is, a lot of sit stand desks are very expensive. This one is also up there with being very expensive. So if you're gonna spend a lot of money for a desk, I'd make sure it has enough features in there for you that makes it worth it. The cable management tray, the magnetic accessories for the desk. It's just, there's a lot of features packed into the desk. Right now, the only downside for me is, like I said, I really like the walnut wood tabletops. Makes it a little bit more warm, manly, like it's just a more natural look. And they don't have any leathers that represent that natural look. They just have like the dark and the gamer tones, which is fine. That's just not my style. So that's really the only negative for me. In the future, I do plan on doing another video to give you a more in-depth review on the desk. Maybe in a month or so, we'll see if I still like the desk, if there's any gripes or complaints I find while using the desk. But so far, yeah, thanks for watching the video. If you found this helpful, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel for future content like this, and keep a lookout for upcoming Secretlab Magnus Pro XL videos.